Growing up, I was absolutely very self-conscious. I had a lot of fights. I was very insecure of myself. Actually being a light-skinned young lady with these hazel eyes, I really actually despised being light-skinned and hazel eyes, because so many people, they would make fun of me, and I have knock knees, and I was self-conscious of that, and not even realizing that they were actually, these were things that they wanted. But I actually, I embraced what they said, unfortunately. But I never let anyone know that I was insecure. So because I didn't want anyone to know how insecure I was, I became very hard, very hardened, very tough, very mean, very angry. So you thought that I was this mean young lady when I really was just insecure. I was really, really afraid, but I didn't know how to overcome that. When I became a senior in high school and became extremely serious about my walk with God and my involvement in church, and just the effects that my grandmother had on my life, and I just really started to to know what God thinks about me. And it was the most amazing thing. I heard so much of what God thought, but I actually started embracing now what God thought about me. And I said, wow, I was like, it's pretty cool to have these eyes. You're kind of cute there, girl. And started to really embrace my hair, and started to learn how to dress good. And I said, wow, I started to say, this girl is pretty hot. And so then I started to really through knowing who God said that I am, I started to release the anger, and I just started to enjoy life and just enjoy who I was and embrace who I was, because He made me so wonderful, and I'm so grateful. And now today I love every bit of me, even with these little pounds that I've gained through all these kids. I'm so grateful, and I love me very, very much. To be a confident woman, I think, is relative. But I think to be a confident woman means to, first and foremost, accept who you are the way God made you, not the way people have spoken into your life over the years, not the way your marriage has defined you if you haven't had success there, or not the way you receive any type of abuse or anything like that. It's being able to accept yourself the way God said. And that's the first stage, I think, of confidence. But you got to first know what God said. And so many people are defined by words that were said to them young, and things that were said to them over their years. You actually become the environment that you've been in. And so you have to know who God says that you are, first and foremost, and discovering your purpose and your callings that God has inside of you. And once you realize that and embrace that, that's how you begin to be confident, because you begin to accept who you are and embrace what you have. And so first and foremost, knowing who you are and not apologizing for that. So I began to know who I am through just really learning how to pray. You don't see that a lot anymore. You don't really hear about that a lot anymore. The power of prayer. And with anything that you have, if you go to the store, you buy something. If you want to know how to use it, you have to you have to go to the instructions, and you have to go to the person that made that item. And so the only way that I can know what's inside of me is to really refer to the person that made me, and that is God. And so I have to go back to God and say, God, what did you make me for? What is inside of me? And He gave us His word, and everything I need is in His word, and there's no getting around it. So I gotta go back to my Creator and ask Him, how did you make me? What did you make me for? And so show me how to use what you gave me. It is very important for women to be confident, because if you don't know who you are, then you will accept what others try to tell you. And if you don't know who you are, then you lack direction, because then you don't know what direction you should be headed in, and then you begin to divide yourself in so many different areas, and you never accomplish one thing well. So being confident helps me to know that not only did God give me a gift, but I'm qualified and I'm able to use what He gave me. And so, but I have to be confident of that. I have to know that not only do I believe in God, But I believe in myself that I can accomplish what he said. I think about when I was younger and I was very, very good in school, but there were so many other times. Okay, listen, I was the thick girl that hung with all skinny friends, you know, and I had all these skinny friends, and I constantly wanted to be something else. And now that I've gained a little weight, I look back on some of those pictures and I say, man, I wasn't so bad after all. And so just accepting and realizing who I am, I can now, when I'm confident in who I am, I'm confident that he who has begun a good work in me, he shall perform it. And how can he perform it? Because I'm doing what he said with what he gave me for the purpose that he intended. So it's very important. The definition of a confident woman is assurity, being sure, being persuaded, being convinced, being comfortable in who you are, and being convinced and persuaded and loving how you were made and what your abilities are and how you look and what you're able to accomplish. And so just being persuaded that you are enough. And that's one thing I can say now, and I wasn't always like this, but I am so persuaded and comfortable that what I have is enough. And so my goal now is just to sharpen and perfect what he's given me, because it's enough for the assignment that he gave. And so, what I would say to any young girl, and these are some pieces that I don't think I got in when I was younger, and that was to have a standard for my life. I really didn't know what the standard was, and so many girls today set the standard by what they see on TV, or by what their friends are doing, or by what they're seeing in school. And so you have to have a standard, and setting a standard for yourself and realizing that you are so valuable. Anything that is, matter of fact, you're so valuable that there's no price that anyone can pay that's worth you selling yourself short. And I would tell a young girl, every decision you make, ask yourself, is it worth selling at this price? Is it worth selling to smoke this joint? Is my value worth the price of these cigarettes? Is my value worth having sex with this young man? Is that what I'm worth? Absolutely not. So knowing my self-worth and my value, I have to know that there's no price high enough until you put a ring on it. And my body is so much more value that anything I put in it, it has to edify my body. So I have to be able to set standards and know that nothing is worth me selling myself short. And so really, I'm not giving no discounts. I would say, do not give discounts. And so knowing that you don't give discounts, you got to pay full price for me. And that full price is not as in the dollar. It's in, are you able to carry the worth that I carry? And so can you carry my value? So I look back over my life and I think about the years that I've wasted of being down on myself, or being hard on myself, or not thinking that I could accomplish things or do things. And I'm grateful that I was able to cover it up pretty well, but I'm really kind of a little bit disappointed in myself, and just when I see now what I could have accomplished had I really believed in me, and had I really accepted the way God made me in. But I'm grateful now that now I know who I am, and I love who I am, and yes, I love that I'm beautiful, and I don't downplay my looks anymore. I used to do all of that, and I don't downplay my looks anymore, and I love to dress, and I love clothes, and I love all of that stuff, but I love God even more. And I am determined to instill these values in my daughter, and not to be arrogant, but to be confident. And that confidence is, this is how he made me, and I'm wonderful for it. And so with all of these thoughts and just looking over how I struggle with confidence, the Confident Woman Weekend that we are hosting here at Bethel is all to help women just to build that confidence up. Not just spiritually, but to be able to affect a change in your regular life. It is not my desire that women are so spiritual that they are no earthly good. Women are some of the most jealous creatures, and a lot of that is simply because we're not confident in ourselves. And so the goal of this weekend is to help every woman that comes through the doors to know who they are. If I can help you to focus on who you are, you'll start celebrating your sister and not wanting what she has. because you have so much in you and accept what you have, that now I'm going to celebrate you because I'm so excited about me. And so this Confident Woman Weekend, we're dealing with the confident woman and her finances, the confident woman and her emotions. We're going to talk to the confident single woman, the confident married woman, and we're just going to be able to leave this conference knowing what God has said and being confident in this very thing. That if He begun to work in you, which He definitely has, He shall perform it. But you will be able to do your part with confidence and walk out this good walk of faith and know that you can have the good life here on earth and not just wait for the good life in heaven. So Confident Woman Weekend, October the 19th through the 21st. We believe so much in this weekend that we've made it completely free for every woman. Registration is free. You don't want to miss the luncheon. Pastor Ann Mercer will be with us this weekend. She is teaching that Friday night, and she will be teaching at the luncheon on that Saturday. There is no cost to register, just to pay for your luncheon tickets. We'll have a mother-daughter luncheon for our teen girls. The teen girls will deal with self-esteem, bullying, relationships, health. You want to get your teen girls registered. Registration is free for them also. Pastor Jonathan Miller will be with us that weekend. He will be speaking to our single women that Saturday. This weekend is all about the whole woman. Mind, body, and soul. What good is it to do all of this church but not be able to do life? Confident Woman Weekend, we'll see you there.